Hi guys, this is the Hawk, and this is the Hawk Podcast. I want to thank you so much for being here with me today. I know it's been a while. I haven't been feeling very good, and now I'm feeling a lot better than I was. So I am back on and ready to talk to you about all kinds of stuff. Today, right now, we have a guest. His name is CHUCK MAYSE, and what we're going to talk about is we were just talking about it before we got on camera. Was how things have changed from when we were younger to what they are now. Also, the difference between living in the city, living in the country. Chuck, are you? We live in Jamestown, Tennessee. Are you originally from Jamestown?
No, actually, I'm originally from Oneida.
Oneida, Tennessee.
Yes.
That's a few minutes away.
Yeah, a few minutes.
And then you made your way to Indiana?
My dad was born and raised in Oneida. Mom born and raised in Jamestown, and they met in Muncie, Indiana.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a coincidence, huh?
Yeah, sure is.
That's a long ways from Oneida to
Yep.
Jamestown. Wow. And then you came back here, or did you go to?
Well, after graduating high school, I went to work for a cattle ranch in South Carolina, and then got a divorce and was going to come visit with my grandparents in Jamestown, and I've been here ever since. That was in the early 90s.
Oh, wow.
90, 91, something like that.
So you know Jamestown pretty well.
Yeah. Got a lot of cool folks live here.
You kind of like my daughter. My daughter, she was raised here, and my daughter Ashley, she's got this place wired. I don't care what you want to know, who you want to know.
She knows who to hook you up with.
She knows what store to go to. I mean, it's really funny. We got on this the chit chat on Facebook, or I do, and every time somebody asks a question like, "Where can I find a good dog groomer? Who can I get to mow my lawn?" The first one that's out there most of the time is my daughter actually going, "This guy or this guy." Like, she should work for like the Commerce or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The visitor center, because she knows everything about Jamestown. Anyways, so what do you like? So do you like Jamestown? You like being here?
I do.
What do you like most about Jamestown?
It's just laid back. It's not the big hustle bustle, like I say the big city, but when you go to Crossville, which is not that big, I mean, it's not anything like Jamestown. And I don't go very far that I don't see someone that I know, if you was ever have any kind of a problem, issue, or whatever on the side of the road. I probably got kin folks who would stop by and come to my rescue. I like the small town thing. I really do.
Yeah. Well, I lived in Miami, lived in Massachusetts, in a town called Chelsea, which is it's all city. Yeah. And Miami's pretty much city. And what a difference this is compared to Massachusetts and Florida. Yeah. It's just completely different. I actually like the neighbor. I like the, you know what I mean? We all know each other. It's a really small town. How many people here? Like 2,900 people, or is there more than that?
I don't think there is. I remember seeing on one of those signs like 17,000 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it's
wow.
Not that many.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, I like it that way though.
Yeah, I do too.
And we have a Walmart.
Yeah, it's not a super Walmart, but it is a Walmart.
No, but have you gotten your check yet from Walmart? Because every time you go through, you gotta check yourself out.
I'm still waiting for last year's W-2 form.
Should we have gotten that from someone?
Should have.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like the small town. I really like the small town better than a large town. I went down to Miami recently to visit some family, and man, what a difference! It seemed like everywhere on that road, every place I remembered of, has got a building on it, has got an apartment on it, has got a mall on it, has got, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. And yeah, things have absolutely changed. But I think the only thing that's changed here in this little town, this little hamlet of ours, was we got a Taco Bell a couple years ago.
Yeah, sure did. That's the last thing.
Big Taco Bell.
We got the Dollar and was it Dollar Tree?
Dollar Tree Family Dollar Store. Yeah, we just got one of those. It's like together, like a duplex, but they're both. And
2 in 1.
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. There was no parade. There should have been, but
there may yet be one.
Okay, you were a truck driver not long ago. A while ago, right?
Yeah, done some truck driving.
How'd you like driving to those cities? And
I was always glad to be out of there.
Really?
Get going.
It's nice driving. It's nice. It's nice to see everything, isn't it?
Yeah. The driving part was the good part. It's where you get where it's going to unload or load. It's
right.
Like, wow. I mean, it got where it wasn't fun anymore.
Really?
I said, heck with this. Yeah.
Plus, you get 2 sons.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to be with my boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. And they both live here in Jamestown.
Yeah. Sure do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What's their names?
Dakota and Dylan.
Dakota and Dylan.
Yeah. Proud of them.
And only one of them single, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I only have one single son.
I was going to say ladies, but
yeah.
I can't say that. Ladies, if you want, no, I can't. Who's the one who just got a house? He's with us.
Dakota.
Dakota.
Yeah, he just turned 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry, ladies. He's
he's off the market.
He's off the market, and but Dylan is still there, and
he's a handful.
He takes phone calls, texts, emails. So, anyway, so did you ever live in a big city? I mean, somewhere where you would consider a big city as compared to Jamestown.
Yeah, I lived in Gallatin. That's where I grew up at.
Really, Gallatin, Tennessee.
Yeah.
I know
if
Gallatin
you start
well.
driving like you're going toward Nashville, unless you know where the sign is, you can't tell where one from Gallatin to Hendersonville to Goodlettsville.
Right.
I mean, it's just city.
Yep.
I mean, just congested. Yeah. I was glad to get out of there.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Jamestown, what I love about Jamestown is that it's a small little hamlet here, small little town, and you might not know everybody, but there's so many nice people. I heard the other day, I was on our local Jamestown chit chat on Facebook, and there's somebody had posted on there, hey, I found a wallet at Walmart. And I found a wallet at Walmart full of cash and credit cards. I turned it all over to the customer service desk. If you have a wallet or missing a wallet, that's where it is. And I thought, no one does that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No one I don't know anybody personally that would lift it up and not go,
yeah, let's pull this out of here.
Sucker. Yeah.
Part,
no, my daughter wouldn't. My daughter and my son-in-law wouldn't. But man, I'll tell you what, I know people who the first thing they do is check for credit cards. And, let's fill our tanks, that kind of stuff. But wow, that's pretty. I mean, that's
awesome, isn't it?
It never happens. I mean, I've never known anybody in Miami that ever found a wallet that said, "Let's go search this guy out." Never at all. But anyways, that's what I love about this. I love little town, man. I mean, we might not have a lot here, but what we have is like really efficient. I mean, it's just what we need. I mean, we have one McDonald's, Taco Bell. We have a Mexican restaurant, a Sonic. And by the way, guys, go to Sonic. All right, and spend a lot of money there. Okay, I'm not going to tell you why. Just do it. Anyways,
Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah, we do have a Pizza Hut. We have a Dairy Queen. We have a lot of stuff. We don't have what big cities would have, but we do have a lot of stuff, and they employ a lot of the people here in Jamestown. I don't see anybody coming from out of town to work here, and which is really cool. We're about 40 miles north from I-40, and the next big town. Would you call it a town or a city, Roswell?
I don't think it's big enough to be a city.
But it's a heck of a lot bigger than Jamestown.
Yeah, it's many times over Jamestown.
Right. And which is cool, but 40 miles, and it's a nice ride there. And we're not far from Byrdstown, right? And I'll tell you right now, it's and we're just like 24 miles from Kentucky. Or from are we 24 miles from the Kentucky border, or 24 miles from the next big town?
I think that the first town is Albany. It's about like Jamestown. Yep. And it's about right around 20 miles, from here to the Kentucky state line.
Right. Yeah. And then we have a beautiful lakes here. Yeah. We have the Cordell Hall Dam. I'll tell you right now, this is like if you're looking for a place to raise your family, and I'm sure people are going to go, don't over here. There's enough people here. We don't
foreigners in here.
we don't need anybody else here. I saw a meme the other day on Facebook that said welcome to Tennessee, and it said to everybody coming from California, and like that, we're full.
Yeah,
Don't come here. I thought that was funny. I just don't come to Tennessee. We're full. But we do get a lot of people moving here. I mean, I've noticed online that we get people saying, "What's the best? Where can I do it for this? Where's jobs?" Because we're getting ready to move to Jamestown. And to those people, welcome, but don't come to Jamestown. We don't want you now. Now
what you think Dale Hollow Lake, Big Southport National Forest, and the Pickett State Park? I mean, beautiful. The scenery is just breathtaking.
What's the national park by where my daughter lives?
That's Big Southport Park.
Big Southport.
Yeah, and Pickett State Park are both down that way.
Wow. Yeah, my daughter lives right on the edge right there.
Sure does.
Yeah, and she sees bear once in a while walking down the road.
Well, see, Big Southport Park, that's where they take all of the nuisance bears and release them. The ones that gets in people's trash cans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where they take them to. So if you see a bear around there, they're usually not afraid of humans. They've already had human interaction to start with. That's the reason why they're there.
So they will definitely come to your door and go.
Yes, they will. I don't know if they'll knock or not.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah. We're really used to humans.
Yeah. We're like a double cheeseburger with French fries.
But so how long do you think you're gonna live your life out here in Jamestown?
This is where I intend to always be. I'm so satisfied. I mean, there is no other place. That's where I'll always be.
That's pretty nice here.
Yeah.
We were just talking the other day about I'd like to put a big Las Vegas type casino in here, and that would be awesome. But yeah, I don't think we'd be allowed to do that. I don't think it's something that the county or the town of Jamestown would allow a Vegas casino. But
we did get a liquor store.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We didn't think that would ever happen.
Yeah.
Never thought that would happen, but there is a liquor store in Jamestown.
Yeah, they finally opened up a liquor store here, and which liquor had been, you couldn't get a liquor license here for how long? Forever, right?
Yeah, not available. Yeah.
And we actually got one, and now our old car dealership that closed, became a, what's it called? Happy Times, right?
I'm not sure. Jamestown Liquors?
Oh, Jamestown? Okay.
I'm not sure.
I didn't know if it was a franchise of Happy Times Liquor or not. But yeah, we got our own liquor store. Man, I'll tell you what, this is it's really cool to live here now. I mean, the rents are really nice here. Yeah. My only problem with living in Jamestown is that if you get 40, which they don't, if you have, let's say if you have 10 apartment complexes, at least 8 of them are going to be income restricted.
Right.
If you make over a certain amount, you're not going to get to live here. I'm really lucky to have found the place I found when I found it a couple of years ago. But there's just no places to live here. There's no apartment complexes here. I'll tell you right now. And there's got to be something there's not something for a regular person who's not got money problems or who's on any kind of assistance to live in. Yeah. And that really sucks because guys like me, we look forever for a place to live, and end up having to not live here, live out of town. And yeah, Jamestown's pretty cool. I really like it here. We have a really good Pee Wee football team, starring my grandson Caden. Red Shoes Rush, and I tell you what, man, he was just I had such a great time. I've never once gone into the bleachers to look at anybody. I've never went to a high school football team, baseball, nothing like that. And then my daughter takes me to wheelchair and all, takes me to my grandson's football game. I had the best time in the world. Just regular people from all over. The team they were playing from was from out of town. I think 50 miles out of town or 40 miles out of town, and they were there, and the bleachers were full, and there was no fights. Nobody yelled at somebody for yelling at their kid out like that, and we just had the best time. And I really did. I had a really, really good time being there and watching them. And he said he's going to do it again this year, and she has him signed up for baseball now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That'll be a show also.
Yeah, he's yeah. I think there's more fights in Pee Wee baseball than
football.
I don't know. I keep watching these videos on YouTube of these people with their kids at football, and people yell from the stands. But people will actually go out on the field in baseball, out in the diamond in baseball, and start swinging on the umpires and the other guys and the other parents. Yeah, I just saw one the other day. It said "Brawl at Pee Wee baseball game," and that's exactly what it was. It was just, yeah. Now they have these signs up that say something about leave the umpires alone. The coaches are volunteer. You know what I mean? Stay in your seats. Yeah. Think about the kids. I mean, just went through this whole list of stuff. Like,
it's sad that we have to have lists like that for unruly parents.
Yeah, isn't it though?
Yeah. But, unfortunately,
yeah. But this is such an awesome place to live. Plus, we're not far from. We're like 3 hours from Nashville. Yeah. About 45 minutes or an hour to Knoxville.
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half to Knoxville. We're like. We're not in dead center of Tennessee, but we're pretty good distance, and it's good to live in a place like this. I mean, you can. Some people leave their doors unlocked at night. Yeah. You know, my daughter locks her doors because, like I said, she's right by the bears.
Yeah.
And people enjoy their guns here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
My daughter Ashley has a pink shotgun. Yeah,
and she knows how to use it.
She can shoot the wings of a fly. Right now. Yeah, she went and learned how to. She didn't just know how to shoot. She went and learned how to shoot, and shot targets. Mm-hmm. She would bring them home and say, "Dad, look at this." I'm like, "What?" Then she'd have it all grouped and grouped and. Yeah, she's a really good shot, and I would dare anybody right, to try to mess with her kids, because I guarantee you that they should have that one of those. I saw a doormat one day that said, "Give your life to Jesus, because once it goes out the door, it belongs to me."
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
Your bottom side belongs to me. Yeah. Give your soul to Jesus, because your
butt belongs to me.
Yeah, butt belongs to me.
Right.
I've seen that before.
So, what exactly you? So your sons, they don't work in town, correct?
No. So that's the only unfortunate thing about. There's never been any what you call real, good paying industry or anything like that around here.
Right.
If you had something that's passed down, through the families, like a hardware store or some kind of grocery store or something like that, you can make it. But as far as like making a good living,
right? Yeah,
you just about have to go out of town. I mean, Cookeville, Crossville, the nursing field is probably the best paying thing around here.
Really?
Anything to do with healthcare? Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about what do you think the chances are of Jamestown or Fentress County, our county, Fentress County, allowing any kind of big industry here? I'm talking like warehouse positions or any big industry, any other big stores. You know what I mean? Because they used to say that this was a retirement community.
Yeah, and they tried to hold all that stuff out.
Yeah,
but most all those folks have died out now. And see, there's not really a whole lot of demand. And if there was like a big industry or whatever, well, we got the 4-lane road that's going to be coming in from Interstate 40, but no telling how long that's going to take. I mean, you'd have to have good, roads to get stuff out of here with.
Right.
And
that's right. You'd have to have a 4-lane to get it stuff up. Yeah. Yeah, we have this. It's 4 lanes till you get to a certain area of 127, and then it goes off into a 4-laner. But yeah, it's definitely not They do travel on it, but I definitely wouldn't recommend semi-truck travel on it. I mean, especially when it's only 2 lanes and there's always somebody coming. It's always full. I mean, there's no chance of ever passing a semi-truck on 127. I know some people that have, but it's not something that you want to do. And so, how long do you think that 4-lane highway is going to get to Jamestown here?
I don't know.
Do you think you and I will live to see it?
I don't think we will ever see it all the way, to be honest with you. I mean, they got maybe 4 miles coming north of Interstate 40 right now.
Something like that, yeah.
And it's taking a while. And they said that bridge that goes over Clear Creek,
yeah,
the $85 million bridge, they said that's going to take like 5 years. So I don't know. I mean, I hope we can sit back and say, yeah, let's go get somebody to take us across it. But, I don't think we're going to be able to take that ride.
Well, the bypass there, the 4-lane we got here took forever.
Yes,
forever to get done.
And it's not completely 4-lane the whole way. You notice it's 4-lane where there's an overpass or intersection.
Yeah, and then it goes right back
in. If you'll notice off to the side, it is designed just to lay down blacktop and make it all 4-lane, but it's not.
Right.
Yes, it goes back into the 2 lanes, oncoming traffic.
Okay, my next question is Frank Sinatra. Any anecdotes, any memories? What was he like in person?
Frank Sinatra? Never met the
guy. I asked everybody that.
Okay.
But just in case. Just in case. Oh yeah,
he seemed like a real cool guy.
He was the coolest guy.
Yeah, the coolest.
I saw him in a picture of him getting out of this really old helicopter that looked like it was put together with like a director set. Remember the old director set when we were kids?
Yeah.
And it said, "Can anybody be cooler than Frank Sinatra getting out of a helicopter?" And he had a rock vest full of Jack Daniels in his hand. And he had a suit on. He was like, yeah. And I thought, no one could be cooler than Frank Sinatra.
Yep.
But anyways, so let's have you been following the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard?
What we watched on the
TV,
whoa.
Wow.
He's an extremely intelligent young man. I don't know what he was thinking about when he hooked up with that girl.
He's got a wonderful
I probably do know what he's thinking about, but it wasn't. They're like, shoo. Yikes, yeah.
He's a really very sensitive guy. He's got a really wonderful vocabulary.
Yeah.
And he's just, and it's really funny that half the time he's laughing on the stand when somebody else is saying something, he's laughing and like to himself kind of. And he was, the other day he was on the stand and the lawyer Amber Heard's lawyer, kept telling him, "Could you please, how are you like this?" And then her lawyer for 5 minutes put the look of information.
Really?
Yeah, and kept him sitting for 5 minutes, and he was going like this, and he was told he was getting irritated. Yeah. So they gave him paperwork to read, and they said, "Do you see what's going on?" And he went, "Hold on a minute," and sat there and was reading.
Took his time.
Yeah, took his time. Kind of like a Puff Pangul, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like up yours. But I thought that was hilarious. But I don't know about you, but I am Team Depp.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. And for no other reason, but I really enjoyed 21 Jump Street. Okay. I don't care if he's innocent or not, or I don't care what happens, but 21 Jump Street was really cool when it came out. And he did a wonderful job. And if anybody gets a chance to ever go back, you can get on any streaming service, and somewhere there's 21 Jump Street. And that was one of the best shows I ever watched when I was back in the 80s. Yeah. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely Team Depp, and I really enjoy I enjoy watching bits and pieces. There's no way. You can find it. You can find it on there live, and then you can find it on there later on. We have to sit, and it'll say 4 hours, 6 hours. Mm-hmm. I'm not sitting for 6 hours and watching this, right? But I really enjoy watching the little bits and pieces to it, where he absolutely makes a fool lawyer, and he laughs at his witnesses. You know, he had the one guy who was an artist and stuff, and sometimes he can't hold back his laughter, and he has to lay his head down like this to laugh. And I think he's great, man. Come on, he goes to children's hospitals, dressed as Jack Swan, and doesn't miss a floor. Yet he goes and visits all these 6 kids and you know, cancer kids and any other problem. He doesn't miss a floor. They showed him when they coming into a hospital in England, and he was there to do promo work for Pirates of the Caribbean, and he kept his outfit on, and he made his bodyguard and his assistants and stuff dressed up as pirates, and they surprised the hospital staff.
Wow!
He didn't call up and say, "Hey, I'm coming in to visit." He just came in and said, "I'm here to visit kids," and they were so happy to see him and so excited to see him to let him go upstairs. And he hit every floor. He didn't. He wasn't. He didn't try to get speedy. You know what I mean? He wasn't in a hurry. He visited every kid that he had to visit, and took his time. They asked him any question he wanted. He answered every question. I mean, he was like, he took his time with each one of them. I thought that was pretty darn cool, man.
That's cool.
You know, I see a lot of Marvel actors do that, like the Avengers and stuff. Not all of them, but a few of them I've seen gone up and talk to kids at different places, which is awesome because you know, and some hospitals have their window watchers. Have you seen those? They have their window washers.
They dress up
As Spider-Man. Dress up
that
as.
is just so cool.
That is so cool, isn't it?
You know that makes children smile.
Oh yeah. I thought that's the best thing in the world. But but I just think that I don't know. I just think that he's a good guy, and I think he gets a bad rap. And I think I'm not to say, okay, who's right and who's wrong. I just got to tell you who I'm for and who I'm leaning toward, and that would be Johnny Depp. But I just think he's a good guy, man. I think he's cool. I like the fact that he visits all these places. He went to Disney World and the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. He dressed up and stood, you know, as you go around the corner, you can see the Jack Sparrow thing. It was him.
Wow.
Yeah. He sat there for like hours and hours waiting for all these people to come through so he was like standing like this at first. And then as they come through, he goes, "So anyways," and he starts talking to him. You know, not everybody does that.
Right.
Who has that much time out of their life to do that? You know what I mean? And he does it, and I think it's pretty damn cool that he does it. And yeah, really, really nice guy. And I really hope everything was good for him. I hope everything leans his way, and I hope that I hope he gets what he's asking for.
Yeah.
I don't seem to like Amber Heard.
Yeah, she's not one of my favorites either.
No. She seems to have a really bad attitude, and now they're saying she has mental problems. You see it yesterday. She's got some kind of mental problems that have to do with depression and whatever else, which is possible. I mean, you know, they said she's like a bipolar thing. So 1 minute she's happy, and the next minute she wants to kill a herd of buffalo with a semi truck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty bipolar.
I hope she can get that dealt with.
Yeah, me too. I hope she gets some help, and I hope everything works out for Johnny Depp. Anyways, so how's your mom doing? Pretty good?
Fantastic. A little bit short, mean woman. About 90 pounds, but she's about 90 pounds of dynamite.
What you know, Chuck, this goes out all over the world. Everybody in the world can see
what I love my mom. Yeah, it's about 90 pounds of dynamite if you get her upset.
I mean, you don't want some woman in Peru mad at you.
No.
Because just said something about her mom.
I got the best mother in the world. Last night, I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. And she hollered. She says, Chuck, supper. And I thought, wow, that is the sweetest sound in the world.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm so proud to be able to still be able to enjoy stuff like that.
And that's good. Some of us don't have that.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't have that in our lives anymore.
Not everybody is able to enjoy that.
Yep. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be making sure I'm a lot more consistent than I was last time. Like I said, I just wasn't feeling good in and out of the hospital and in and out of the ER. And you know, it's sad when they have first name basis and they're valet parking your ambulance because you've been there a long time.
That's sad.
They keep seeing you go, here he comes, here he comes. We'll park it for you.
Yeah, we saved your room for you.
So, last time I was in the hospital, there was no room for me,
Ooh.
and they put me in the children's ward, and I was in a room that was a castle.
Wow.
Yeah, I took video of it, pictures of it, and posted it, and I couldn't believe it. They said, "Well, we have no room for you. We're loaded on the other floors, but we have an opening in the children's ward." I'm thinking, "Oh man, I don't want to take a bed away from a child." You know, and they said, "No, we're empty in the children's ward." Yeah. And I thought, man, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so they put me in a room when I was absolutely just completely out of it, and I couldn't hardly breathe. I couldn't hardly stand up. I can't stand up anyways, but I mean, I could hardly do anything. And I woke up, and they gave me something to put me to sleep. And I woke up, and I'm in this medieval castle going, and there's dragons. I'm thinking,
if I could think, whoa, what happened?
Did you give me morphine?
Yeah. Am I still here?
What'd you give me?
Yeah. Some good stuff. Gonna get some more.
I mean, think about it. You gradually open your eyes, little by little, and then you go, and you're in a castle, medieval castle, and there's dragons on the wall, and you're going.
I must have really been sick.
Did I go to heaven or Narnia? You know, where did I go? But anyways, all right, guys. Chuck, thank you so much for being here with me today. I really obviously appreciate it.
Thank you.
And hope you'll be on with me again with us and with this, and take some time. And guys, listen. Tell somebody that you love them today, okay? Your family, your brothers, your sisters, your kids, your grandchildren. Don't take for granted that they already know, okay? Don't assume they know that you love them. Make sure you let them know. And don't forget, like I always say, call your kids, tell them you love them, hug them for as long as you can. And remember, when they hug you, they needed that hug, okay? So don't let go too fast. Make sure you hug them for a few seconds longer when they let go of you to let them know how much you really love them, okay? All right, guys, I'm the Hawk. This is the Hawk Podcast, and we shall see you again in a couple of days. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.